Presenting the horses for tonight's first race of the 1995 racing season. Number 1, Bloom at Midnight, owned by Horn, McLean, and Ponder of Ohio. Jeff out driving. Number 2, Body by Sam, Liz Price of Findlay, the owner, Dave Miller up. Number 3, Bravo, owned by Ellen George and Dale Campbell of Ohio. Ellen George aboard. Number 4, Crown Time Pebbles, Esther Cronover of MacArthur, the owner, Dan Eder drives. 5 is Victillery, David Mead of Columbus, the owner, Eric Lenford with the lines. Number 6, Goodnight Sweetheart, owned by Herman Lloyd and Lauren Stoltz of Ohio with Jim Daly. 7 is T.H. Tiffy, owned by Steve Brennan and Floyd Miller. Steve Brennan with the lines. Number 8, Stephanie's Destiny, laced by Ralph Branson of Greenfield, Keith Haynes aboard. Number 9, ML's Impeccable, owned by Martin Yoder of Kidron, Jack Daly in the bike. And number 10, Precious Breeze, owned by the Plevka stable of Warren, Mike Wilder in the sulky. First race, fillies and mares, 5-year-olds and under condition pace. The gate swings into the backstretch, and there they go. Off stride is Precious Breeze, and they're off. From the center of the track, Crown Time Pebbles sprinting quickly for the lead. Bloom at Midnight came off the rail second. From the outside, the 6-horse Goodnight Sweetheart is away third, dunking quickly fourth, Bonnie by Sam. Parked to the outside to 5, ML's Impeccable along the rail, racing 6th, Bravo. To the inside, racing 7th comes Victillery. Then it's a gap of 2 lengths to T.H. Tiffy. Along the rail, racing 9th, Stephanie's Destiny. And far back, following the break leaving, it's Precious Breeze. They're at the first quarter, and even 28 seconds, and on the front with the lead, it's the 4, Crown Time Pebbles. But on the outside, here comes Bloom at Midnight, rushing quickly to take the lead, and the 3-year-old filly, Bloom at Midnight, now to the front. Crown Time Pebbles yielding for the cover second. Goodnight Sweetheart follows third. Body by Sam remains fourth on the rail, but now moves to the outside, feeling the pressure from the back. Bravo will flush that live cover. ML's Impeccable is 6th on the rail, moving to the outside. 7th comes Victillery as they reach the half in 58 seconds. Off the turn and down the backside they go. Body by Sam with a quick move was 4th, is now on the front, and Body by Sam opening up quickly by 3 lengths. Bloom at Midnight on the inside is racing a second. Bravo losing her live cover. The outside is left uncovered to third, and buried 4th on the rail. It's Crown Time Pebbles. To the outside, Victillery has live cover as they reach that 3/4 mile marker in 1:26 and 4, and Body by Sam with a 4-length advantage. Bravo is chasing a second. Victillery, a big move on the outside, is closing ground third. Far outside comes Goodnight Sweetheart. They're on their way home with less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. Body by Sam in full command here. Bravo battling for place. Here comes Goodnight Sweetheart to the inside. Crown Time Pebbles deep stretch. Body by Sam in front in 1:56 and 1/5. Trackside, the unofficial winner of tonight's first race, number 2, Body by Sam, a 3-year-old Ohio-bred daughter of Nobleland Sam for the Flying Brentham. Curtains up, owned by Liz Price of Findlay, Ohio. Husband Richard Price of the trainer Dave Miller in the sulky. Body by Sam in her 3rd seasonal start, a winning effort tonight in record time, 1:56 1/5. In the upcoming second race, Win Play Show, Catherine McDonald is leading the horses postward now for race number 2, second race, a claiming handicap pace. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $3,000 to $500, a field of 9, second half of the double. Number 1 is Double Down Style, owned by Lauren Paul Banker of Galloway. Jeff Fout drives. Number 2, One Evening's Quest, owned by Ed Boer of Oakwood with Greg Grismore. 3 is Aaron Boy, owned by Virgil Morgan of Grove City, handled by Brent Holland. Number 4, Pinochle, owned by Tony Petrino and Peter Carasarides of Ohio, Mike Wilder up. 5 is Sunday Driver, owned and driven by Kelly Shepard of Coconut Creek, Florida. Number 6, King of Poland, owned by Dave Miller and Keith Noble of Dublin for Dave Miller. 7 is EA's Thunder, owned by Kelvin Lamb of Marion, handled by Bob Barnett. Number 8 is Barron's Carrier, owned by Jeff Yoder of Plain City, Jim Shelton in the bike. And number 9, San Singin' Falcon, owned by Bill Sanders of Atlanta, Georgia, Brad Hanners in the sulky. Second race, claiming handicap pacers are lining up behind the gate. The gate swings into the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. Far outside, there goes the 8-horse Baron's Carrier with a quick move to take the early lead from between horses. The 6 King of Poland from the inside, racing a third, comes the 5 Sunday Driver. Dropping into fourth along the rail, EA's Thunder. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths, 5 to the inside, Double Down Style. Along the rail, 6th, One Evening's Quest. Parked to the outside, 7th, Sam Singing Along to the inside, and pacing 8th, Aaron Boy, the early trailer 9th. Pinnacle, they're at the first quarter, opening panel in 27-4, and King of Poland now on top and is in control by a length. Baron's Carrier with that live cover is racing a second. Sunday Driver along the rail, pacing a third. Here comes EA's Thunder, first to move at the outside, challenging a fourth. One Evening's Quest tagging that cover quickly, is second over, pacing a 5. With that cover, 6th comes San Singin' Falcon. Shuffle back, 7th, Double Down Style. Moving to the outside, 8th comes Aaron Boy. Pinnacle trails 9th as they reach the half in 58 seconds, with King of Poland on the front, leading by a half length. Off the turn and down the backside they go. EA's Thunder now second to pressure. On the outside with that cover, it's One Evening's Quest, and buried along the rail, a fourth, Baron's Carrier. And with a quick move, 3 more to the outside. Here comes San Singin' Falcon, and the field begins to tighten now as they draw close to the 3/4 mile marker. San Singin' Falcon 3 wide, puts a nose in front, takes a lead by a half a length, 3/4, 126-3 at 25-1. San Singin' Falcon with a 3/4 length advantage. Inside, battling back second, it's King of Poland, and Aaron Boy into striking position now as they turn for home. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. San Singin' Falcon, King of Poland is battling back. Aaron Boy 3 deep to the outside. Baron's Carrier down low in deep stretch. San Singin' Falcon gets up to win it in 1:55-2. Trackside, the official winner at 25-1 this evening, number 9, San Singin' Falcon, a 4-year-old Ohio-bred son of Falcon Elmhurst from the Brett Hanover mare, San Singer Brett. Owned by Bill Sanders of Atlanta, Georgia, trained and nicely handled tonight by Brad Hanners. For San Singin' Falcon, his second seasonal victory, a huge effort this evening, 3 wide down the backside. A new lifetime mark, 1:55 2/5. 9-3 Perfecta pays $472 even, $472. Tonight's daily double 2-9, $200.40. Play show Perfecta Trifecta Wagering. Third race, claiming handicap pacers are now on the track and parading postward. Racing 1 mile, purse $2,800. Clean field of 9, number 1 Shygram Illusion. Owned by John Tatum of Columbus, Dan Ader drives. Number 2 SF Satellite, owned by Jim Shelton and Jeff Yoder of Plain City with Jim Shelton. Number 3, Wear My Ring, Virgil Morgan of Grove City, the owner, Brent Holland aboard. Number 4, Trim Rebel, owned by John LaGrosse and Mary Jo Martin of Tip City with Jim Lewis. Number 5, Alante Spur, owned by Dave Miller and Keith Noble of Dublin with Dave Miller. Number 6, Kudasan, owned by Edwin George of Zanesville with Ryan Holton. 7 is Stylized, owned by Brent Davis of Zanesville with Kelly Shepard. Number 8, Raceway Duke, owned by Chuck Grubbs of Grove City, Brad Hanners in the bike. Number 9, Notre Dame Irish, owned by Scott Townsend and Eric Ledford of Ohio. Eric Ledford in the sulky. Win play show. Third race, claiming handicap pacers are rolling behind the gate. They're on the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. From the far outside, the 8 Raceway Duke sprinting quickly for the lead, alongside racing a second, the 7 Stylized. From between horses, racing a third, the 3 Wear My Ring. Off the rail, 4th, Shygram Illusion, dropping in 5. It's SF Satellite. It's a gap of 2 lengths, 6th to Trim Rebel. Along the rail, pacing 7th, Alante Spur to the inside, 8th, it's Kudasan, the early trailer 9th. Notre Dame Irish nearing that first quarter mile marker, and on the front, it's the 8 Raceway Duke, leading by a length, opening panel in 28 1/5. Here comes Where My Ring moving quickly from the outside to challenge the leader, and Where My Ring moving right by to take that lead. Raceway Duke yielding for the cover second. Settling in third now, it's Stylized, racing a fourth to Diagram Illusion. Moving first up 5, here comes Alante Spur, and drafting along with that cover sixth is Kudasan. Back seventh along the rail, SF Satellite, as they approach the halfway point. On the front, Where My Ring in control by a length and a half. They're at the half in 58. 4/5. Out of the inside, Raceway Duke is racing a second. Alante Spur misstopping there momentarily as they move off the turn and down the backstretch. But Alante Spur right back at him. And now here comes Notre Dame Irish, firing to the outside, and Notre Dame Irish was last at the half, is now second and taking the lead as they approach the 3/4 mile marker. Notre Dame Irish in front by a neck. Inside to second, it's Where My Ring. Alante Spur with a live cover is racing a third. Locked in the fourth to Raceway Duke, 3/4, 1:28.3. Midway to the final turn, Notre Dame Irish parked to the outside with a slight lead. Where My Ring is battling a back second. Alante Spur is swinging 3 wide as they turn for home. Now less than an eighth of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. Where My Ring back on top. Notre Dame Irish to the outside. Raceway Duke to the inside. 5 across the track. And here comes Kudasan. Far outside. Where My Ring hangs on. It won 58.2. A spectacular finish. A judge's inquiry continues on the 5-horse. Once again, please hold all tickets until the results are official. Trackside now, the unofficial winner of that 30 event, number 3, Where My Ring, a 6-year-old son of Annihilator, from Easy to Love by Meadow Skipper. Owned by Virgil Morgan of Grove City, Ohio, trained by Virgil Morgan Jr. Nicely handled this evening. Coming in from the Windy City, the driver Brent Holland. For Where My Ring, his first season's victory, pacing tonight's mile in 1:58 2/5. 4 plays 3. Horses are parading postward now. Race number 4, this evening's 4th race. Fillies and Mares conditioned to Pacers Racing, 1 mile. Purse of $3,000 to $400. A field of 7, no changes. Number 1 is Nylon Melody, owned by Norflus, Summers, and Cochona, Florida, Ohio, and Illinois. Kelly Shepard driving. Number 2, HR's Gigi, owned by Mike Redden of Delaware with Eric Lunford. Number 3, Tammy L. Top, owned by Tamara Hubler of Pataskala. Brad Hanners aboard. 4 is Gray at Heart, owned by Thomas Hooser of Oshawa, Ontario. Jim Dahlia. Number 5, Radiant Breeze, owned by the Palivka stable of Warren. Mike Wilder driving. Number 6, Warwi Kaima, owned by Ed Zubkoff Jr. of Monroe, Michigan. Greg Grismore in the bike. Number 7, All I Got, owned by Brenda Reno and James Kennedy of Delaware and Florida. Dave Miller in the sulky. Win Play Show Perfecta. 3rd leg. And they're off. From the center of the track, it's the 4, Gray at Heart, going quickly for the lead. From the inside, the 2, HR's Gigi, dropping in 3rd along the rail. Comes Tammy L. Top. Along the rail, racing a 4th, Radiant Breeze, dropping into 5 along the inside. Warway Kaima to the inside and pacing a 6th as they round the upper turn. Nylon Melody, the trailer, is All I Got. Fillies and Mares in straight alignment now as they approach that first quarter-mile marker. Gray at Heart with a 2-length advantage. Inside to second, HR's Gigi, opening panel in 28.3. On the rail and pacing a 3rd, Tammy L. Top, galloping 2 lengths. 4th to Radiant Breeze. Inside to 5, Warway Kaima. To the outside, here comes Nylon Melody now to flush cover. The trailer is All I Got as they step into the clubhouse turn. It's Gray at Heart in control here, leading by a length and a half, 2. Inside, HR's Gigi is waiting patiently. To the outside and moving first up 3rd now comes Radiant Breeze. They reach the half, a leisurely 58.4. Off the turn and down the backstretch they go, and Gray at Heart continues to front by 2 lengths. Now inside to second to HR's Gigi, and moving first up uncovered, it's Radiant Breeze. Along the rail and racing a 4th comes Tammy L. Top. To the outside, pacing a 5, Warway Kaima. To the inside and racing a 6th is All I Got. The trailer is Nylon Melody, approaching that 3/4 mile marker. On the front, Gray at Heart, she's length throughout, continues to lead by a length and a half at the 3/4 in 1:28.1. Midway to the final turn. The 5-year-old Gray at Heart continues to lead the field, but on the outside, Radiant Breeze, she's been parked from the 3/8 on. They've less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. It's Gray at Heart inside. Here comes HR's Gigi. She's pulled the pocket now, far outside. It's All I Got in mid-stretch. It's Gray at Heart. All I Got is coming to her with every stride. Gray at Heart by a length in 1:57 and 1/5. Finishing is second, number 7, All I Got. Finishing third, the 2-horse, HR's Gigi. Trackside now, the unofficial winner of the 4th. Number 4, Gray at Heart. She's a 5-year-old daughter of the world champion sire Log from the Albatross mare Secret Money, owned by Thomas Hooser of Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Trained and nicely handled this evening, a gate-to-wire effort by driver Jim Daly. Gray at Heart scoring her second season's victory, pacing the mile in 1:57 and 1/5. Tonight's 4th race blanket presentation by Jack's Manufacturing of Washington Courthouse. Conditioned pacers racing 1 mile. Purse of $2,500. A full field of 10 with no changes. First half of the twin try. Number 1 is Traditional Guy, owned by Donna Rogers of Lebanon. Jimmy Wisman drives. Number 2 is Dr. McCoy, owned by Don and Gene McKee of Newark for Jeff Out. Number 3, Wish It Was a Cowboy, over the First Score Racing Stable of Delaware for Dave Miller. Number 4, Survein, owned by Stephen Hedinger of Adelphi, Del Millera. 5 is Mr. J, owned and driven by Kelly Shepard. Number 6, Nuke On, owned by Paul Fisher of Bucyrus and Sam Noble of Xenia. Sam Noble, the 3rd drives. 7 is TMJ, over the Diamond Chip Stable and Scott Mogan of Ohio. Scott Mogan aboard. Number 8, Aren't We Good, owned by Walt Wiegand of London with Lance Wiegand. Number 9 is Standing Bridge, owned by Bucky Trout and Dean Perel of Washington Courthouse. Bucky Trout in the bike. The 10-horse Sweet November, owned by Harvey Gold of Connecticut. Dan Ader in the sulky. 5th race condition, pacers lining up behind the gate. They're on the back stretch, and there they go. And they're off from the inside. The 2, Dr. McCoy, going for the lead. The 7, TMJ from the outside, circling to take the lead. Off the rail 3, it's Traditional Guy. Early 4th on the outside comes Wish It Was a Cowboy. To the inside to 5, Sweet November. Angling in the 6th is Surbain. It's a gap of 2 lengths. 7th to Mr. J. 2 lengths to Nuke On. To the inside and racing in 9th, Aren't We Good. The early trailer 10th, Standing Bridge. They're now in straight formation as they reach the first quarter in 28 and 4. Heavily favored TMJ on the front, leads by a length and a half to Dr. McCoy. Guard Spot Trip here is racing a second. Wish It Was a Cowboy follows a third. Then it's a gap of 2 to Traditional Guy. And moving first up, here comes Sweet November, followed closely by Surbain, who's racing a 6th. And to the outside, a 7th comes Mr. J. Then it's a gap of 3 lengths on the inside to Nuke On. Nearing the half now, TMJ in command, leads by 2 lengths. Dr. McCoy is gapping slightly second. They're at the half in 1 minute and 1/5. Sweet November is uncovered, moving first up on the outside to pressure the leader. And with that cover, second over 4th now comes Surbain. Wish It Was a Cowboy alongside us, locked into 5. To the outside to 6th comes Mr. J. And alongside the 7th, Traditional Guy. Pace will quicken now as they near the 3/4 mile marker, with TMJ leading by 3/4 of a length. Outside to 2nd, it's Sweet November. Dr. McCoy is locked into 3rd. Outside to 4th, Surbain. 3/4, 1:29 and 1/5. Midway to the final turn, TMJ looking to wire this field. Sweet November on the outside is still there, still game a second. Dr. McCoy will wait for the super stretch as they turn for home now. Less than an eighth of a mile to go, and down the stretch, TMJ, Dr. McCoy to the inside. Wish It Was a Cowboy joins him with a super stretch. Deep stretch now, TMJ. Wish It Was a Cowboy is coming to him. He's too little, too late. TMJ hangs on. Time of the mile, 1:57 4/5. Trackside, the official winner, gate to wire this evening in the 5th race, number 7, TMJ, a 4-year-old Ohio bred son of flight director. From the Albatross Mere Weintraus over the Diamond Chip Stable and Scott Mogan of Ohio. Scott Mogan trains and drives. For TMJ, his second season's victory, second consecutive, coming in from the Meadows, pacing tonight's mile 157 and 4/5. Introducing the horses, race number 6 this evening's open pace, racing 1 mile, purse of $7,500. It's a field of 8 going postward. From off the rail, number 1, BG Quail, on the Laura Baker of Galloway, Ohio, Jeff out driving. 2 is Jimmy Ray, of the Wesley Wolfenberger of Columbus, with Brad Hanners. Number 3, Scott Allen Michael, led by Robert Kaufman of Columbus, with Dave Miller. 4 is Regent Street, owned by John Azo of Columbus, with Kelly Shepard. 5 is Grand Ship, owned by the Hull Investment Company of Logan, handled by Dave Myers. Number 6, Capable Leader, owned by Linda Lau and Joe McCall of Springfield, Eric Lenford. Number 7, Sun Sum, over the Redland Stable of Findlay and Tom York Jr. of Granville, Dan Ader with the lines. And number 8, Dr. Elbon, owned and driven by Chip Noble of Xenia. One play show perfected. 6th race, open pacers lining up behind the gate. The gate swings into the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. BG Quail first off the rail. Scott Allen Michael from the outside, now taking the lead, and there goes Sun Some, heavily favored, charging on the outside, early third. Jimmy Ray settles in fourth, angling in 5 comes Regent Street, and that's a gap of 2 lengths. 6th, the Grand Ship. Early 7th, it's Capable Leader. The trailer is Dr. Elbon. Approaching the first quarter-mile marker, the 7-horse Sun Some has circled to take the lead, is now in command as they reach that first stop in 27 and 2/5. Scott Allen Michael of the inside yielding, now has the guard spot seat second. It's a gap of 2 lengths to BG Quail. Racing fourth, it's Jimmy Ray. 5 of the inside, Regent Street. A gap of 2 lengths. 6th, the Grand Ship, as they move through the stretch with Sun Some in full control, leading by a length. Scott Allen Michael of the inside, waiting patiently second. Jimmy Ray flushed first up now. He's uncovered, racing a third. Flushing that cover fourth comes Regent Street. Locked in 5 is BG Quail. They're tightly bunched now as they reach the half. A leisurely 58 and 2. Off the turn and down the backside they go, and Sun Some continues to lead by 3 parts of a length. Jimmy Ray is there pressuring at his wheel second. Locked in tight along the rail, racing a third. Scott Allen Michael to the outside of fourth. Comes Regent Street to the outside, third over 5. It's Capable Leader, and buried 6th is BG Quail. Dr. Elbon into the passing lane now, racing a 7th as they reach that 3/4 mile marker, 127 and 2. And Sun Some looking to wire this field, but Jimmy Ray is still there, stalking the leader second. Scott Allen Michael waiting for racing room, locked in the third. And the outside is Regent Street as they turn for home now. Less than an 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. It's Sun Some with the lead, but Scott Allen Michael to the inside with a quick rush. Jimmy Ray parked throughout. Here he comes to the outside. 3 across. Scott Allen Michael, Jimmy Ray on the outside. These two at the wire together in 155 and 2. Trackside, the official winner this evening's open pace. Number 3, Scott Allen Michael, a 4-year-old Ohio-bred son of Falcon Elmhurst. Over Robert Kaufman of Columbus, Ron Potter trains Dave Miller in the sulky. Scott Allen Michael coming in from Lebanon, Ohio Sire Stakes, scoring his 6th season's victory. Just a 1/5 of a second off his lifetime best. Tonight's mile in 155 and 2/5. 3-2 Perfecta pays $34.80. 327 Trifecta $148.80. Your attention, please. John Neff to the tote room right away, please. John Neff, report to the tote room. Thank you. Presenting the horses for race number 7, the second half of the Twin Trifecta first leg. Clubbing Handicap Pacing Series, racing 1 mile, a purse of $4,500, a shortened field of 9, the 1 horse, and early scratch. Coming from off the rail, the number 2 is Tempered Spur, owned by Wesley Wolfenberger of Columbus. Brad Hanners drives. Number 3 is Antar Bay, owned by Tommy Lee Hunter and Dean Collins of Ohio. Dean Collins driving. Number 4, The Competitor, owned by the Walgrove Stables of Lockburn for Del Miller. 5, Ansley Hanover, owned by Don Schaefer and Martin Commertz of Ohio. Kelly Shepard. 6 Fun Times Trap, owned by Tom and Patricia Brush of West Jefferson, make the driver Jim Daly. Daly drives in the 6. Number 7 in Empty Pockets, owned by Mark and Greg Grismore of Pandora. Greg Grismore. Number 8, Winter Light, over the Old Rob Stables of Gahanna with Dan Eder. Number 9, New Pitch, owned by Miller, Noble, Darwin Hodgkinson of Ohio, Dave Miller in the buy. And number 10, J.R. Whipper Snapper, owned by Tim Johnston of Grove City, Brent Holland in the sulky. One place show, trifecta, and second half on. 7th race claiming handicap pacers lining up behind the gate. They're on the back stretch, and there they go. And they're off. From the outside, there goes the 7 in Empty Pockets quickly for the lead alongside racing a second, the 8 When Her Light. From the inside, a 3rd Fun Times Trap, coming away 4th, and Bay. Off the rail 5, a Tempered Spur, then that's a gap of 3 lengths, 6th to the competitor. To the inside, a 7th Ansley Hanover. Along the rail and racing 8th now as they round the upper turn, J.R. Whipper Snapper. The early trailer is New Pitch as they reach that first quarter in 27 4/5. And moving to the outside now to take the lead. Here comes When Her Light, and When Her Light has cleared to take command. And rushing quickly now comes Tempered Spur, and Tempered Spur shooting to the front will take over from here. When Her Light yielding for that cover is second, and in Empty Pockets waits no longer, tipping to the outside, is now moving first up uncovered, pacing a third. Flushing that cover 4th as they race towards the half, it's Ansley Hanover. They're at the halfway point, 57 2/5, and on the front with the lead, it's Tempered Spur leading by a neck, but to the outside in Empty Pockets, pressuring hard. Ansley Hanover with the live cover is second over, racing a third. Along the rail 4th, When Her Light. In the cover flow 5 comes J.R. Whipper Snapper. New Pitch is underway, racing a 6th. Shuffle back. Racing a 7th Fun Times Trap as they race over towards a 3/4 mile marker. A speed duel on the front with Tempered Spur to the inside in Empty Pockets. Alongside pressuring 2. They're at the 3/4 at 126 1/5. Midway to the final turn. It's Tempered Spur responding to that challenge. And Empty Pockets is still there. A nagging second. Here comes Ansley Hanover swinging 3 wide, and New Pitch into position as they turn for home with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come. It's Tempered Spur with the lead, and New Pitch was last. He's now first, has taken the lead, and New Pitch gets up to win it. Battle for place. 150, 5 and 2. Trackside, the unofficial winner this evening's 7th race. Number 9, New Pitch, a 7-year-old son of Kim Filla from Preacher Edith by Aniosovic. Opa Miller, Noble, Darwin Hodgkinson of Ohio, Ralph Leo Grande, the trainer. Nicely driven tonight by leading driver Dave Miller. New Pitch scoring his 3rd season's victory, 2nd consecutive, coming in from the hop in Indiana. And for driver Dave Miller, that's a driving triple already this evening. Finishing second, the 5-horse, Ansley Hanover. Finishing third, number 2, Tempered Spur. Number 3, Bay 6. Number 4, the competitor 4. Number 5, Ansley Hanover 2. Number 6, Fun Times Trap 8. Introducing the horses for race number 8, this evening's 8th event, a condition pace racing 1 mile, purse of $4,000. Field of 9, there are no changes. Number 1, Off the Rail Sortie, by Emmett Bond Jr. of Shiloh and James Henry of Ashland. Brad Hanners drives. Number 2, Crown Time Stoney, owned by Esther Cronover MacArthur for Dan Ader. 3 is Special Pal, owned by Art and Mary Apking of Cincinnati with Jeff Fout. Number 4, Maserati Spur, owned by the Jadestone Farms and Isaacs of Ohio, Dave Miller aboard. Number 5, Storm's Future, owned by Ellen and Marianne Combs of Boonville, Kentucky with Eric Ledford. Number 6, Firm Friend, owned by the M. Cuddy Stables of Ontario, Canada with Bruce Riegel. Number 7, Odonto's Edge, owned by Diana Malone of Waterford with Mike Wilder. Number 8, Lord Tinsel, owned by the Parkers of Ohio with Kelly Shepard. Number 9, Pickleman, James Borchers of Columbus, the owner, Billy Walters in the sulky. One place show perfecto and the trifecta wager. 8th race condition, the Pacers lining up behind the gate. Gate swings into the back stretch, and there they go. And they're off. Sortie off the rail promptly for the lead from the outside. There goes Maserati Spur between horses. Third, the 2-horse Crown Time Stoney, and the far outside as they move into the first turn, the 5 Storms of Future. Dropping in quickly, 5 along the rail comes Firm Friend to the inside, gapping slightly. 6th, Special Pal, followed 7th by Odonto's Edge. To the inside, racing 8th, Lord Tinsel. Pickleman grabs the early back seat 9th as they reach that first quarter-mile marker. Opening panel, a quick 27 flat. Maserati Spurs, sense of the early fractions, takes the lead by a length. Sortie, Garden Spot Trip is racing a second. A tight third now to Crown Time Stoney. And Storm's Future caught uncovered to the outside. He'll be parked throughout. He's racing a fourth. Firm Friend is now locked into 5 and tipping to the outside 6th. Here comes Special Pal, followed closely 7th by Lord Tinsel as they race towards the half. 5 on the inside and 4 moving with Maserati Spur in control. They reach the half in 57 seconds. Sortie on the inside is racing a second. Storms of Future uncovered to the outside, pacing first up, racing third. Special Pal with that cover will now tip 3 wide behind Storms of Future as they race past that 5/8 mile marker. And Crown Time Stoney is locked in tight, racing a 5th. To the outside, 6th comes Lord Tinsel, and Firm Friend, heavily favored, is locked in tight with no racing room as they reach that 3/4 mile marker. It's Maserati Spur there first again, 126 midway through the final turn now, and on the front, Maserati Spur in command by a length. And Sortie has yet to move, is stalking the leader second. Here comes Crown Time Stoney, leaving the wood to the outside as they turn for home. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and down the stretch they come. Maserati Spur is drawing away, and Maserati Spur opening ground with every stride. Here comes Firm Friend, he's out and moving quickly. Crown Time Stoney between horses. Maserati Spur in front. Crown Time Stoney second. Firm Friend gets up for third. 154 for 5th. And trackside, the winner of that 8th event, number 4, Maserati Spur, a 5-year-old Pennsylvania son of Barbary Spur from the landslide dam. Sable Spur of the Jadestone Farms of Southington, Ohio, and Isaacs of Lyndhurst, Ohio. Gary Martin trains. Dave Miller in the sulky. Maserati Spur, an easy victory this evening, cruising to his first seasonal victory, 154-4. Third consecutive winning drive now for driver Dave Miller, giving him a total of 4 wins this evening. Perfecta 4-2 returns $28.20, $28.20. The trifecta 4-2-6 returning $82.40, $82.40. Six, number 2, Crown Time Stoney 2, 3, Special Pal 9, 4, Maserati Spur the winner, number 5, Storms Future 8. Ladies and gentlemen, the horses are parading postward now here at Scioto Downs for race number 9 this evening's first leg of the Claiming Handicap Pacing Series. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $5,000 to $500. The one is Vesta's Venture, owned by Robert Schutz of Columbus Grove and Mark Grismore of Pandora. Greg Grismore drives. Number 2, Cambridge, over the Newcastle Stables of Springfield with Eric Ledford. 3 is Simcoe's Son, owned by Sturgill Loman of Bainbridge, Mike Wilder up. Number 4, Summit Crest Happy, owned by Terry Gillen of Ohio with Brent Holland. Number 5, Canopy, owned by Miller Noble Darrow and Hodgkinson of Ohio, Dave Miller driving. 6 is Sandbox Toy, owned by the Delagranges of Ohio with Hugh Beatty Jr. 7, Turning Circle, owned by Kelly and Gene Shepard with Kelly Shepard aboard. And number 8, Aggravate, over the Golden Blaze Farm, Jeff Fout in the sulky. Win play show perfecto and a trifecta wagering post time in 9 minutes. 9 minutes to pro. 9th race, Claiming Handicap Pacers are on behind the gate. They're on the back stretch, and there they go. And they're off. Cambridge away first from the inside. From the outside, there goes the 6-horse Sandbox Toy, challenging early. Off the rail, Vesta's Venture. Angling in the 4th to the inside, Simcoe's Son. Dropping in the 5 comes Summit Crest Happy. On the rail, 6th is Canopy. Angling in 7th from the 7-hole, Turning Circle and Aggravate takes the early backseat 8th. They're now in straight formation as they approach the first quarter-mile marker with the 6 Sandbox Toy in control, leading by a length. Second to the inside, it's Cambridge. At the first quarter-mile marker, 29-2. Along the rail, 3rd, Vesta's Venture. To the inside, pacing 4th, Simcoe's Son. And looking to flush live cover. First up 5, here comes Canopy. Locked into 6th at Summit Crest Happy with the live cover. To the outside of 7th, Turning Circle, Aggravate. Gets into the passing lane, racing 8th. Into the clubhouse turn they go, and on the front it's Sandbox Toy in control by a length. Cambridge is waiting patiently behind the leader second. Vesta's Venture has left the wood, is now first up, uncovered third. They're at the half, 58-4. Along the rail, racing a fourth. Simcoe's Sun Canopy has found his cover, is second over, drafting along fifth. To the inside and racing a sixth. Summit Crest, happy to the outside, seventh turning circle. Down the backside to go. And Sandbox Toy with a lead by a length and a half, two. Cambridge is waiting patiently second. Vesta's Venture easing up to the outside is third. Simcoe's Sun locked into fourth and three wide. There goes Canopy at the three quarters in 1:27. And Sandbox Toy looking to wide this field, leading by 2 lengths. Cambridge on the inside is closing slightly second. Simcoe's Sun advancing up the rail third. Canopy a long mile, 3 wide is fourth. Less than an eighth now, and on the front it's Sandbox Toy with the lead. Here comes Cambridge, pulling the pocket to the outside, and down low, Summit Crest happy is closing ground with every stride. In deep stretch, Cambridge with the lead. Simcoe's Sun to the outside, Cambridge by a half in 1:56-1. Trackside, the official winner, number 2, Cambridge, a 7-year-old son of Kim Fella, from the race time down Wind Meadow, over the Newcastle Stable of Springfield, Ohio. Doug Lau, the trainer, Eric Lunford in the sulky. His first season start, a winning effort here this evening, pacing the mile in 1:56 and 1/5. 2-3 Perfecta returning $192.80, 192.80. The trifecta 2-3-4 returning $1,164.40, 1164.40. Complete order of finish: number 1 Vesta's Venture 7, number 2 Cambridge the winner, 3 Simcoe's Sun 2, finishing fourth. Number 4 Summit Crest Happy finished third. Number 5 Canopy 5, number 6 Sandbox Toy 4, 7 Turning Circle was 8, and the 8-horse Aggravate 6. Top down reading 7-1-2, 3-5-4, 8, and 6. DJ 3, 5 Tiffany Satan 5, 6 was a late scratch, 7 Such a Fuss 6, and the 8 Buds Victory was 4. Recheck. Presenting the horses for this evening's 10th race, feature pace of the night, the Budget Card Truck Rental Pacing Series. These are invitational pacers. Racing 1 mile, a purse of $10,000. Number 4 is a late scratch. From off the rail will be Gene, owned by Robert Kaufman of Columbus, Dave Rankin driving. Number 2, Mertz Falcon, owned by the All the King's Horses of New Jersey, with Brent Holland. Number 3, Horace Highlight, owned by the Highlight Stables of Columbus, Dave Miller. 4 is out. Number 5, a Carl, owned by Carl Gregg of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dave Myers in the bike. Number 6, Deadlock, owned by Pat and Wayne Fry of Chillicothe, Jeff out in the sulky. One play show, perfected trifecta wagering. Post time in just 9 minutes. Pacers lining up behind the gate. Gate swings into the backstretch. There they go. And they're off, and there goes iCarl marching out quickly, pushing the getaway for the lead. To the outside, second comes Horace Highlight. Between horses, Mertz Falcon and Gene off the rail early at fourth. Early trailer 5 is Deadlock as they fire to that first turn. iCarl with a lead by a length and a half. And heavily favored Horace Highlight parked to the outside once that front end. Mertz Falcon grabbing hold quickly along the rail is third. Gene has found a seat fourth as they reach that first quarter mile marker. And Horace Highlight now on the front end, opening panel 27 seconds flat. iCarl won't wait any longer though. He'll tip right back to the outside as they move through the stretch. But Horace Highlight now taking the lead. iCarl settling back in behind the leader second. It's a gap of 3 lengths now to Mertz Falcon. Then another 2 to Gene. The trailer is Deadlock as they race into the clubhouse turn. They're in single file now as they approach the half. And on the front, it's Horace Highlight by a length. They reach that half, 56-2. iCarl on the inside is second. And here comes Mertz Falcon moving first up on the outside. Will pressure that leader. And with that cover comes Gene in from the Meadowlands as they straighten out down the backstretch. On the front, it's Horace Highlight by a length. But at his wheel is Mertz Falcon pressuring it too. Carl is locked in tight with a snug hold at third, and Jean is drafting along with the cover fourth. Deadlock into the passing lane, into striking position, racing a fifth. At the 3/4, 125 and 4/5. And midway to the final turn, it's Horace Highlight continuing to lead the field, leading by a length. Carl slipping up the rail now, advancing second. He'll pull the pocket momentarily, and Mertz Falcon is finished as they turn for home with less than an eighth, and down the stretch they come. Horace Highlight clinging to the lead, Carl to the inside, and here comes Deadlock, and Deadlock is back in true form. He'll take the lead and draw away, and Deadlock gets up to win it in 153 and 3/5. And a trackside in the winner's circle winning this evening's first leg of the budget car truck rental pacing series. Number 6 Deadlock from last to first tonight. A 6-year-old son of Annihilator from Carroll Hanover by Albatross, owned by Pat and Wayne Fry of Chillicothe, Jim Arledge Jr. The trainer Jeff Fout, the winning driver this evening. His first season start, a winning effort, and very impressively done using the super stretch tonight, scrambling home in 153 and 3/5. 6.5 Perfecta returning $65.40. Trifecta 6.5 $3,177. The complete order of finish in that 10th event: the 1 Jean 4, number 2 Mertz Falcon 5, number 3 Horace Highlight 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the horses are on the track and parading postward this evening's 11th final heat of racing. Condition pace racing 1 mile. Purse $2,000. Clean field of 10 with no changes. Number 1, Watch My Wings, owned by Marty Lavelle of Columbus. Kelly Shepard drives. Number 2, Tyson, owned by Charles Park of Xenia with Hugh Beatty Jr. 3 is Perky Frost, owned by Marsha Nolan of Lexington. Dale Edwards up. Number 4, Duke Field, raced and driven by Bob Harper of Hilliard. Number 5, Jewelers Row, owned by the KWH Stables of Grove City, handled by Dave Miller. Number 6, Wholesale Merchant, laced by Walter Howard of Columbus with Dell Miller. Number 7 is Roughhausen, owned by Enlo Atkinson of Kettering for Eric Lenford. Number 8, Eddie's Alibi, Ron Barker, the owner Justin Hall with the lines. Number 9 is Friendly Baker, owned by Emmett Bond Jr. of Charlotte and James Henry of Ashland. Jack Daly in the bike. And number 10 is James Bird, owned by Charles Emmett Jr. of Columbus. Brent Holland in the sulky. Win play show Perfecta, Superfecta. They're on the backstretch. There they go. And they're off. The 4 Duke Field is first to leave alongside number 5 Jewelers Row to the inside, racing third. It's Watch My Wings. Early fourth on the inside to James Bird alongside, pacing 5 as they move into that first turn. Tyson. Perky Frost has found a seat 6th to the inside, racing 7th as they move over towards the first quarter-mile marker. It's Wholesale Merchant on the rail 7th to Roughhausen. Approaching that first quarter-mile marker, the opening panel in 29 and 2/5. This field in straight alignment now on the front. Duke Field leading the way by a length. Jewelers Row at his back is second. Watch My Wings follows the third. Then comes James Bird fourth. Locked into 5 to Tyson. Flashing cover 6th now comes Perky Frost, and 3 wide on the outside. 7th, here comes Friendly Baker between horses 8 to Roughhausen. 9th along the rail as they approach the half now. Wholesale Merchant, the trailer. It's Eddie's Alibi. They're at the half in 1 minute and 2/5 with Duke Field on the front, leading by a half a length. James Bird has been flushed, is now moving first up to challenge the leader second. In the pocket at third, it's Perky Frost, and with the live cover, second over fourth, it's Watch My Wings. Tyson along the rail, gapping 2 lengths 5 to the outside. 6th comes Perky Frost. On towards the 3/4 mile marker, and Holland puts James Bird on the front now, taking the lead by 3/4 of a length. But Duke Field, saving ground to the inside, is second. The 3/4, 128 and 4. Along the rail, racing a third as they move to the final turn. Jewelers Row, Watch My Wings in striking distance, racing a fourth as they turn for home now, less than an eighth. And down the stretch and on the outside, James Bird with a slightly Duke feel is still there, still game and still second. And onto the outside comes Jewelers Row in mid-stretch. James Bird is drawing clear, a battle for place. James Bird gets up in 1:58 3/5. Trackside in the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of this evening's 11th race, number 10, James Bird, a 6-year-old Ohio bred son of Falcon Elmerhurst, from the steady special mare Special Happiness, followed by Charles Amican Jr. of Columbus. Virgil Morgan Jr. trains Brent Holland in the sulky. First season's victory for the 6-year-old James Bird, pacing the mile in 1:58 3. And for driver Brent Holland, 2 wins this evening, giving him a driving double. 11th race, 10-4-5-7, now official. 10-4 Perfecta returns $32.80. Ladies and gentlemen, concludes this evening's racing program. Speaking for everyone here at Scioto Downs, we thank you for coming out this evening. We hope you enjoyed tonight's program. We invite you back again on Monday evening as harness racing continues, post time 7:30.